Good morning, YouTube. Well, it's after lunch now. Afternoon. The wife went to see her father today, and so I'm home alone and having jobs. So I figured I would go down here to the river to. I don't think y'all have ever been down here. There's like 7 acres here below my house that joins up next to the river, and it's just overgrown. It's real flat down here, probably the only flat piece of the property, but there's a couple logging roads that have grown up, and I want to get those cleared out. They're grown up with, little 1-2 inch saplings. I want to get those cleared out so we can get down here and underbrush it all once we get the mower. I don't know if I've told y'all, I got one of the VMC 42 inch brush cutters for the front of this. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully that does good, and eventually I'd like to have one of the like a drum style little mulcher, or maybe the high inertia one from Mongo. We shall see. They say their 27 inch high inertia will work great on a 35G, but I've yet to see anybody actually use it, so I'm not 100% sure. But right now we're actually in my neighbor's backyard. That's how I have to get down here, because my side of the property over there is straight off. I may eventually cut in a road or something down the side and angle it down the hill so it's not as steep. But my neighbors don't really care. I do a lot of work for them and whatnot, so they don't mind us or the kids riding them equipment or go-karts or 4-wheelers, whatever down through here. So but you can see everything is a jungle down here. I went back in the winter and pulled out a fence that went from this creek here all the way to the other creek. It's about probably 100 yards worth, but all this just briars and undergrowth. I want to get in here and clean this up, and because there's a big like 20-acre field on the other side of the river that I want to, but there's some really good deer and wildlife in there, and I'm pretty sure they're using this area too. But as you can tell, it's so thick you can't see. So may put in a little food plot or something somewheres, and be able to get the boys down here and hunt with them some this fall. That would be my plan. This area over here I've kept cleared out for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Come down here camping with the boys, and the creek down here, the creek, river, whatever you want to call it, is, let me grab this stump right here. Go over here and put this on the brush pile while we're going. But everything down here is real sandy. There's no rocks. Makes it great for a little tent camping down here. Started a tradition a couple years back, doing like Father's Day weekend. I come down here with my boys. If you don't know, I've got 5 boys. Right now, anywhere from the age of 3 to 12. Got a whole basketball team. No, I'm not trying for a girl. We did that 5 times. But as you can see, I've got this opened up. I did cut some firewood the other day. There was a couple dead trees over here that I had to cut. They were dying, so we're gonna get the wood splitter down here one day and cut that up, or split that, so we can have firewood this year. Let me put this stump on the brush pile right here. That's from when I originally came down here and cleared out. So, if you can see, a nice little creek right there, and for the most part, it's like ankle deep right there. Which is great for the kids. They love it. They come down here and play all the time. I need to get down here and weed eat the bank. I haven't done that this year. We'll move that the old-fashioned way. But they like to get down here and play in the creek. This is the whole neighborhood. Kids find their way down here in the summertime and play in the creek. It's just a good little shady place for them to come and play. I'll spin you around right here so you can see it. Better yet, let me hop out and put you on the handheld and we will show you around a little bit. Alright, so better view of it. I mean, they got all the way down there to where that tree's over. All the way this way is, you know, 6-10 inches deep. And, you know, that tree is a good blocker because over there in the corner is a pretty deep spot where it makes that turn. But for the most part, they play right here. The wives get chairs and sit out there with their feet in. Got this little fire ring, some tiki torches, other firewood. But plan is eventually to get all this 7 acres looking like this, nice and slicked up. I come in here a couple months ago and pulled out a bunch of the little trees and stuff right in here because I plan on smoothing that up, making that a place for a tent, and making a couple different places for tents. This year, hopefully, I will get my business partner. I think he's going to come up for the Father's Day camping trip, bring his little girl. Like I said, this is only like 600 feet from my house there with the croc. So when the kids, you know, need to go to the bathroom or something, it's literally, I don't know if you can see my neighbor's house right there, and my house is right over there. So what we're doing today is, back where we come in, there's an old logging road that goes over a couple more properties. But I want to get that opened up. It is full of little saplings and stuff. So that's going to be today's project. Sorry about that. OCD. That's where I cut the stumps off from these 3 dead trees that I had the other day. I need to get down here and grind those out so it's not a tripping hazard. And then also I got a little stump right there that I need to cut. And I need to get down here and do some weeding. But that's for another day. So I'm going to get tracked back over. I wanted to show you all this and show you all the reasoning why we're opening it up. It's about 25 yards that way, 25-30 yards is the bank right beside my hill, where at the top of is where I did the burn pit in a previous video. But we're eventually going to get all this that you see looking like this. So put some food plots in here, hopefully get some wildlife, get the boys hunting. So that's the plan for today. If you want to watch, stick around. If you're not subscribed, please do. Helps the algorithms. Like this video and click that little bell notification for updates on future videos. Stick around. So much. I wanted to do this before it got all, there we go, got the little snob out of there. I want to do this before all the ferns and poison oak and everything grew up, but we didn't get to. Mainly because I didn't get my excavator until beginning of April. Or no, actually I got it. I got the end of March, I think. I wasn't supposed to get it until the end of April, but it came in early. We're just gonna grab all these little things down through here. Just shake them around a little bit because I'm gonna grade this road out smooth. Put all this up in here because all this is gonna get mowed with the mower on this thing, so I'm not worried about these things being up in here. I will mow them, chop them up when I get it. Right now my biggest thing is getting the road opened up. So one reason I love zero tail swing machine, since you can be in here in the woods like this and not really have to worry about anything. Yeah, we're hitting some limbs, but you know, it's nothing major. Probably what I'm going to do after I get all these big ones out. Look how easy those pop out. This sandy soil down here is awesome. A lot of this little stuff I can bush hog and never even think twice about it. It's stuff like this tree that, you know, might be a little bit of an issue until we rip it out of the ground like that. Tell me, anybody with 35s run like a brush rake on theirs? Because I do a lot of clearing, and a lot of times for stuff like this I'm using my 36-inch bucket just because there's, you know, like 6 or 7 teeth on it, and it acts as almost like a big rake. But I didn't want to bring that 36-inch bucket down here because it's really big. On a little further. If you can tell, I don't know, I'm pitched. Let's see what my level says here. Oh, we're pitched really good. Like I said, if you watch this angle up here, that's the auto level of the GoPro. It tells you what level I'm at. So, I mean, this little road's angled a little bit. We may come in here and fix that. Probably do that this fall right before the leaves drop. That way, the dirt that we uncover gets covered by leaves. Because most of our trees around here are deciduous, so they drop their leaves in the fall. It brings all the tourists to town. And plus, after I pull all these little trees out, it's going to be a bunch of little holes. So I'm going to put y'all on a little time lapse, let y'all see me rip out all this stuff that I want to rip out. Get that one out of the way because it's getting bent over by these other trees I'm putting down. So let me get it put on the time lapse, and I will get back with y'all when I get to the end of this road. Alright, so I realized that y'all can probably not even see what majority I'm doing because there's just so much leaf coverage in this area. So I am going to go through here and get all the trees out. And then I brought up some dirt. Then I'll bring y'all back through and let y'all see the aftermath. Oh, hello. See, look there. We got a tree laying on us. So, yeah, I'm not going to bore y'all with this. I thought it would be a lot cooler than it looks, but I didn't realize how grown up it was down here. So, we made it to our destination. It took us about 30 minutes or so. But this little area over here, the creek that runs through my backyard comes right through here. It's another little open area. And this road continues on across the creek over on neighbor's property. The creek is our property line. So I'm going to go back and get the bush hog now on the tractor and come in here and mow some of this down. I took all the brush and kind of just shoved it up here for right now. Once I get my mower for the end of this thing, I'll come in here and just chop it up where it's at for the most part. But we have got it opened up so we can at least get in here now and do some stuff. So, well, I told y'all I'd bring you back when I got it all bush hog. Well, there's a slight problem. Remember when I said there were some wet spots in there? Well, yeah, happened to back off on one of them. Before somebody says, oh, why didn't you use your loader to get out? Well, guess what? I tried. Let me rip that stupid limb down. So yeah, luckily we were almost right out underneath my house as far as down the hill was. So we all back to the house. We got some chain, and at least we broke it off, so we're not going to hit it. We got some chain, and we're going to track the excavator back down here and unstuck the tractor. I will say this is the first time I've got a tractor stuck that's got a loader on it. Usually, the only other time I got stuck was when I had a tractor that didn't have a loader. But the ground was too soft in front of it. Literally, when your bucket just buries in and you can't do anything, yeah. So we're gonna have to pull the tractor out and then dress up where we made some holes. One reason I've never really got in here and done a lot of this before now was because I knew there was wet spots in here, and the excavator handles wet spots way better than the wheeled machine, but you live and learn. So let me get tracked back down here and show you all the predicament we're in. So yeah, she's buried. One of the biggest problems is that is buried, and that's on the ground, and I can't raise it up any higher. So yeah, you can see the tires there, full of mud. So all right, let me get the chain hooked up. Ow, stop getting eat up by briars here. If you haven't put your attachment point on the front, that big welded D-ring right there, put that on there almost 3 years ago. Yep, finally gonna use it. Well, Daddy always said if you're gonna do something, don't just have to do it, fully do it. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing out of here. And we're not gonna get it out. I got it in neutral. I don't have anybody else here to. There we go. We're making progress now. Get it in neutral with the parking brake off. Alright, let's see if we can't just drive her on out of here. Yeah, come on, come on. Whoa, whoa, Black Betty, Black Betty. Alright. Let's see if we can't get it unstuck or get it out of here and get that mud spot fixed back. Well, it's been an eventful day, but we got a lot accomplished. We got the road cleared out all the way to where I wanted it to, and we got all of it mowed that we could. Now I know it gets wet back up in there. We slicked that back up where we got stuck, but I realized what the problem is. You got a creek here. You have no creek here, only when it rains, and the creek goes underground right there. So yeah, I literally backed into an underground creek. So it looks like a beaver's hole or something. There's a lot of beavers in here. End up finding where they've chewed off a lot of these little saplings and made like punji sticks with them, so I have to keep an eye on them. But I'm gonna walk you out the road here and show you the finished product. So here we go. Like I said, we just shoved all the big stuff up there. We may come back and grapple it, burn it. Most likely it'll just get chopped up with the cutter when it gets here. I gotta find the least steep place up through here and cut me a road in. That way I can come down here instead of having to go over onto my neighbor's backyard to get here. But all in all, not too bad of a day. There's not many rocks in this area, but I'm pretty sure I found every one of them, because I was cutting almost ground level just to get all the little stumps and stuff out of here. That MX5 will, if you ride it on the ground, it will cut at ground level. So it does a good job of, especially stuff like this. Just, you know, those little trees that it's cutting, most of the time it'll just rip the stumps up with it. But I'm pleased with it. Now the kids will be able to ride their go-kart and whatever else down to the other side of the creek, or the little creek. Call that one the creek. That is, we just came from. And the other one is, we call the river. They flow into each other. Well, the little one flows into the big creek, or the river. And then there's where we started out this morning. So that's what happens when my wife goes to her dad's and leaves me home alone. End up making a road through the woods. Well, technically I didn't make the road. It was already an existing road. I just cleaned it out, improved it. So, but find us a place up through here that's not as steep, and we'll make another video one day. So thanks again for watching.
If you haven't, subscribe, hit the bell notification for updates on future videos. Thank you, and have a blessed day.